So what is high intensity training as a type of exercise? Well, the simplest way I can put it is that high intensity training is the safest, most efficient, and most effective way to exercise. A high intensity training routine will address the body as a whole. Typically, it will consist of between 5 and 10 exercises to address various parts of the body, and those exercises will be performed to momentary muscular failure or very close to it. The workout as a whole, so all of those exercises put together, will last in the region of 15 minutes, let's say, to 30 minutes at the tops. And typically a high intensity training workout will then be performed once or twice per week. And also this type of exercise can be performed with exercise machines, with free weights, and with body weight too. So there are many different ways you can apply high intensity training, or different modalities you can apply it with. But what is fundamental and what is crucial is that the emphasis is on beneficial, positive physiologic results and the safety in the pursuit of that goal. All other forms of exercise, sport, or physical activity have far greater skill requirements in comparison to HIIT. And these skill requirements make it far more of a challenge to get a sufficient stimulus for optimal physiologic change from just engaging in those activities. So, for example, refining your golf swing can be fun and rewarding and beneficial in and of itself, but it won't optimally strengthen the involved musculature. It will just simply make you better at swinging the golf club. And that doesn't really matter what the activity you engage in, whether it's judo, whether it's rock climbing. They will all have some positive physiologic benefit, but primarily you're refining and improving a skill. High intensity training, on the other hand, is looking to optimize the physiology first and foremost, and that physiology can then be used to do any other activity, but you will have a more optimal expression of your own genes to do so with. Why is high intensity training high intensity? Well, let me break that down. Let's look at some comparisons. Let's say if you're just walking on the flat, going for a nice casual stroll, that would be movement or exercise of the lowest practically possible intensity. What if we started to jog along the flat? Well, that would still be a fairly low intensity form of exercise, but it would be increasing above just walking. And then if we started to increase to a run, and that run was up a gentle hill, a gentle slight incline, we'd now be performing what most of us would find would be moderately intense exercise. Now, if we start to sprint and we start to sprint up a steep hill, we're now performing something that's relatively high intensity exercise. But we can go beyond that level still, and we can improve the safety by performing high intensity resistance exercise. So what is high intensity resistance exercise? Well, it now means that instead of running up that hill to create an overload against the system, we're now going to work against weight, and that weight could be working against a load. So we no longer have to go uphill, as it were, and we no longer have to move fast to create intensity. We're now using an external load that we can move slowly against to create this intense and safe form of exercise.